Hello, everybody. This is 3SP, and I'm coming to you with another update. Trump says he will allow release of Kennedy assassination files, and this comes from Yahoo News. Washington, U.S. President Donald Trump said Saturday he will allow long blocked secret files on the assassination of John F. Kennedy to be open to the public for the first time. The November 22nd, 1963 assassination, an epochal event in modern U.S. history, has spawned multiple theories challenging the official version that Kennedy was killed by a lone gunman, Lee Harvey Oswald. So, the release of all the secret documents has been eagerly anticipated by historians and conspiracy theorists alike. Trump's announcement followed reports that not all the files would be released, possibly to protect still relevant intelligence sources and methods. But Trump appears to have decided otherwise. Subject to the receipt of further information, I will be allowing, as president, the long blocked and classified JFK files to be open, he said in a tweet. The files are due to be open in their entirety Thursday, nearly 54 years after Kennedy's assassination in Dallas, unless the U.S. president decides otherwise. Millions of classified Kennedy files have been made public under a 1992 law passed in response to a surge in public demand for disclosure in the wake of Oliver Stone's conspiracy-heavy movie on the assassination, but the law placed a 25-year hold on a small percentage of the files that expires October 26th. Some reports put the number withheld at 3,100. Tens of thousands of files that have been released with portions blacked out are also set to be fully declassified. The president believes that these documents should be made available in the interest of full transparency, unless agencies provide a compelling and clear national security or law enforcement justification otherwise. A White House official said. Traumatic turning point. Kennedy was the fourth. A White House official said. Traumatic turning point. Kennedy was the fourth U.S. president to be cut down by an assassin's bullet, and his death at the age of 46 proved a traumatic turning point as the United States headed into a period of turbulence over civil rights and the Vietnam War. The shocking images of Jacqueline Kennedy cradling her mortally wounded husband in the back of an open presidential limousine froze the moment in public consciousness. A 10-month investigation led by the Supreme Court Chief Justice Earl Warren concluded that Oswald, a former Marine who had lived in the Soviet Union, acted alone when he fired on Kennedy's motorcade, hitting the president with two shots, on one through the upper back and the other in the head. Oswald, arrested 2 hours later after murdering a Dallas police officer, was shot to death 2 days later by nightclub owner Jack Ruby as he was being transferred from the city jail. The Warren Commission's finding was challenged in 1979 by a special House investigative committee that concluded Kennedy was probably assassinated as the result of a conspiracy and that there were likely two shooters. Trump's conspiracy theory. A welter of conspiracy theories have arisen over the years, variously blaming Fidel Castro, the mafia, the KGB, Lyndon Johnson, and the CIA. Stone's controversial 1991 movie JFK managed to implicate Johnson, the mafia, and the CIA. Trump himself tapped into the public fascination with these cases during last year's presidential campaign, bizarrely linking Republican rival Senator Ted Cruz's father to Kennedy's assassination. His father was with Lee Harvey Oswald prior to Oswald's being, shot, Trump said in May 2016 telephone interview with Fox News. I mean, what was he doing? What was he doing with Lee Harvey Oswald shortly before the death, before the shooting? Trump continued. It's horrible. Cruz called the accusation nuts. Yes, my dad killed JFK. He is secretly Elvis, and Jimmy Hoffa is buried in his backyard. He said sarcastically, speaking to reporters at a campaign event in Indiana. Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff recalled that History Saturday, retweeting Trump's announcement and asking, does this mean Ted Cruz's father will be exposed? Now, the comments I have on this is something that should have been released decades ago. I understand. This is something that should have been released decades ago. I understand how when you classify documents, it takes 50 years for them to be declassified. But in these special circumstances and with a lot of crucial things that have been happening over the decades with the government, with world leadership, with corporations, this information should have been